But I promise that if you follow this, your emails will start looking like this. In this video, I'm going to show you the 4 steps for creating conviction building emails. You have a high conversion rate for selling supplements. These emails will ultimately increase sales of your entire Klaviyo account across flows and campaigns, letting you maximize your revenue and, most importantly, profit. Because we won't rely on discounts or coupons to get sales, as you will see in a moment. This process works for businesses of all sizes, whether you have only 1,000 subscribers or north of 1 million like some of our clients do. This is a foolproof process because it eliminates the guesswork of deciding what email do I send next, and instead it gives you a repeatable process to create banger after 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 banger. This is the process we literally use with all of our clients, selling anything from supplements to skincare to technology to saunas to vegan condoms and anything in between. And it let us rank their conversion metrics atop the 1% of their peers, meaning their open rates, click rates, and most importantly, conversion rates are at the top 1% of their competition. Sometimes our emails have 10 times higher conversion rates than what their competition is sending. So this is kind of like a 4-step process to create winning emails, if you will. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how we do it, focusing on supplement brands, probably like yours or the ones you're servicing if you're an agency. And if you're new here, I'm Matt Pirelli, founder of the agency Email Engineers, where we work with ambitious 7 to 9-figure e-commerce brands and help them generate as much email revenue as humanly possible. So let's begin. If your emails and your email campaigns look like this, a hit and miss, some campaigns get sales, others don't, and it's kind of frustrating, this 4-step process is going to make it so they look like this. You can start generating more consistent sales overall. Because we don't want to stay here and lose on the potential cash flow that comes with really good email marketing. Now, to drive this home more easily, we're assuming we're creating an email for Obi, one of the hottest supplement brands right now, and I'm sure you're familiar with it. They sell a mix of collagen products, fat burning products, all of that. So we'll do a kind of before and after. So I'm subscribed to Obi. Here's what the current emails look like. So let's go through 3 to 5 of them so you understand what's going on here. So here's one of them. Doesn't tell much, straight up pitch. Another one, the typical oops, we had a glitch type of email. Not a big fan of this tactic. Another one, like, as you can see, very offer focused, very discount focused. Just briefly explain what each product does, but it just claims at this point, so not much convincing power. Another discount focused email. I don't know how I will feel if I was a woman reading this. It's more likely it's gonna like resonate with a man. Normally with women audience, it's better you appeal to positives, not negative. Next one, 30% off, buy 2, get 1 free. This is kind of mixed, so 30% off, but it's another offer. Strange. Trying to sell you many products at once. Okay, this is the right one. Same, different subject line. Carb blocker plus detox, $60. Again, so far, every single email is discount focused, or at least that's the incentive. Okay. All right, we keep on with the discount-based emails. Next one, bundle offer, but again, just the products and the claims. Okay, I think we have enough. Back to the drawing board for a moment. So we have this pie chart. This is called reasons for not buying. One slice right here, and it's very tiny. It's price. And what you just saw, every single of their emails, literally 100% appeal to this. But what about the others? I don't think their emails are generating as much revenue as they could, which is why we'll get to the 4-step formula in a moment. But first, I needed to explain this so you see what's really going on here. Because again, every single email they are sending out, it's appealing to just one really small subset of the potential reason people might have for not buying. So let's discuss other options for a moment, other reasons people might have for not buying. So what might be? They subscribe, but they don't want the product enough. So they are not ready to pull the trigger. No matter how low the price is, they won't buy because in their mind, they don't want it enough. They don't need it enough. So this is a problem of conviction. These people are simply not in enough pain to buy. Another one, they don't trust the brand or the product enough. As you saw, they were making tons of claims. It's super easy to make those claims. It's really hard to back them up. So again, even if they gave away a 50% off discount, these people won't buy because they don't trust the brand, they don't trust the products. Finally, we have, they forgot. You have your cart abandonment emails. This is for people who simply forgot or they got distracted or something happened. But again, it's a really small subset. Now, in reality, what is actually happening here is that these two reasons make up 90% of this entire reasons for not buying pie chart. So it looks more like this. No trust. So if we can get someone to want our products enough, and we can convince someone that we are legit, that our claims are legit, then we got the sell. It's as simple as that. If we try and continue appealing to price as the main reason for not buying, we'll end up right here. As you can see, this is a screenshot taken from Klaviyo. These are Klaviyo benchmarks. You can find them on the left column. What they do here is they show how you are performing against your peers. Peers are other Klaviyo accounts in the same industry and about the same size as you. So as you can see here, this is the median. Most brands send emails like the one I just showed you. That is why their conversion rate is too low, because these emails are not resonating at all. But instead, if you send emails that follow the 4-step process that I'm showing you in a second, you can have emails that really resonate. And you will see that reflected in your conversion rate, which in this case, again, for one of our clients, is 10 times higher than the mean of their competitors. So without further ado, here's the 4-step framework. First, we have the rule of 1. Every single email that you create should follow the rule of 1. Every email should only focus on one product, target one pain, or discuss one benefit, or feature one guarantee, or talk about one use case, or double down on one ingredient, or one motivation, or one goal, and so on. The more you try to sell multiple products, multiple benefits, and all of that into one email, the more the message gets diluted into people's brains, so the less convincing power they have. I will show you some examples of that. And by the way, I will drive this home in a moment with an actual email we created for Obvi. But this is how you can create emails that live here. And by the way, this also assumes that we did all of our research. We know exactly who we're talking to. We know how they think, other products they're shopping, other arts they are exposed to, their biggest pain points, their biggest motivations and goals, and so on. So this is the rule of 1 for creating high conversion rate emails. Number 2, we have jing and janging, one of my favorite, because it's not enough to send a high converting email once. You want to send high converting emails every single time. So how do we do that? So this comes from jing and jang, dark and light. It's about contrast. The moment our emails feel predictable, we've lost. So even with discount emails, as I just show you, they were very predictable. Without ever opening the emails, I knew what to expect. And when emails become predictable, people stop opening them. So jing and janging, it's about creating a campaign calendar that is full of contrast. Let me explain. It could be the type of email that you're sending, alternating between text-based and designed emails, alternating the pains that you're featuring, the benefits that you're targeting, the use case, the ingredients, the trust creation mechanism that you're using, the desire mechanism that you're using, how you're getting people to want your products enough so they buy. yin and yang, light and dark. For some of the brands we work with, it's quite literally alternating between light and dark designs while keeping, of course, everything on brand. So that is yin and yanging, because we don't want to only send one-off really good email. We want to generate consistent sales. After that's done, we have EBI, and it stands for Entertaining Big Idea. David Ogilvy, one of the most famous advertisers in the golden era, said, "No one was ever bored into buying anything." So we always try to make every email have that it factor, like making it entertaining. It's not only about humor. There are many ways to entertain, like drama, for example. It's a form of entertainment. Visuals could also be entertaining. And it's also a big idea, something readers can take away after reading the email, something that sticks in their minds, something that they cannot forget. It could be a whole story that we send that has a good takeaway. Let me actually go back to these examples, because these have EBIs, and this is for a brand that sells lighting supplies like this. The rule of one for this email was, how can we say in a trustworthy way that we have the lowest prices? Because we have to back it up somehow, else it's just a claim. So the Entertaining Big Idea helped us achieve that. It says, yours for the taking, 40 years of illuminating partnerships. For the past 40 years, Bauer Electric has been building partnership with the world's leading lighting suppliers. And this has allowed us to get the highest quality lighting goods at the lowest possible prices. Today, you can take advantage of those 40 years of relationship building with a few clicks of a button. So it's not we're saying we have the lowest prices. Everyone can say that. It's like one step above that. How can we say that in an entertaining, memorable way? A big idea they can take home. Then we also double down on that with one guarantee. We mentioned our lowest price guarantee. We explain it very simply, but I wanted to show you the Entertaining Big Idea in action. Another email we wanted to send was our best-selling categories. So what the typical e-commerce brand sends, and I think this is because everyone is copying emails from the competition. The competition is copying emails from reallygoodemails.com or sites like that. So it's like this vicious cycle. So we're left to think that these type of emails work. And the typical email will say, here are best-selling categories, shop or best-selling categories, or these are our trending categories, right? So that's all news. That doesn't get someone attention. So what we did here instead, we said, revealed contractors insider shopping secret. We have this mysterious aura. Ever wonder which lighting goods contractors buy the most? In 2024, we got a clear picture of the most purchased lighting supplies in the industry. See them below. And then it's the best-selling categories, right? As you can see, this gets your attention, gets you scrolling, gets you reading, gets you consuming the email in a way that other emails wouldn't. So again, drama, humor, suspense, so that is the EB. And let me take a step back for a moment, because again, the reason why we are doing this is so that we can send consistently good emails, not just one-off bangers, but banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. All right, so let's continue with the fourth and last item. These are the checks. We use this after the email is done, and these are smaller optimizations, but they add up to increase conversion rates. And they are three. First, we have start with a bang. Then we have that the email flows. And then we have a simple and forward call to action. Start with a bang. The emails must get the attention from the first line, the first pixel someone sees. It's literally the same thing with TikToks, Reels, and all of that. You have to hook people in. You can't assume you have their attention just yet. And again, no one was ever bored into buying anything. Next is flows. Does the email flows nicely? Or is it kind of confusing and there might be many columns and the brain don't know where to read, where to go to, what's important, what's not? And if it's a text-based emails, is the copy smooth? Is it flowing nicely? Does it keep you engaged? Or maybe it is monotone like this and there's no variation in the copy. Finally, we have a simple and straightforward call to action. So I will say for the majorities of the audience we've tested this, a simple and straightforward call to action works best. So for example, something like skyrocket your fat loss journey. That would be a really bad call to action. You want to keep it simple and straightforward. Buy and whatever product it is. Something worth testing for sure, but again, we've seen specifically for other audiences, simple and straightforward call to actions work better. So here's the thing, you might hate me now because I didn't give you the answers like every other YouTube guru does, right? So I'm not giving you a template, like a copy and fill in the blanks template. But you know why I'm doing this? Because this thing is what works. I could give you a template, a ChatGPT prompt, which I hate, so you can create just one really good email. Maybe, but that is just tactical. These are the fundamentals. With this, you can create unlimited high conversion rate emails. This is what works. Every other thing is just noise. I've made over $30 million through email marketing, specifically with Klaviyo, and I wished I had this when I first started. But all that existed was still these subject lines type of content, which really doesn't move the needle at all. So this is what works. So I will show you an example now, but I promise that if you follow this, your emails will start looking like this. Okay, so I asked my copywriter to prepare this. So following the yin and yang principle, Copy was sending mostly designed emails. This is a text-based email, and its goal is creating desire, getting people to want to buy the thing, and also creating trust. Trust in the product, trust in the brand. Let's read it. Today I have a little story to share with you which I read online. And it's very important that everyone who cares about their health reads it. It all starts with Angela. It starts with a bang. Angela is a 34-year-old mom of two, and for as long as she can remember, she battled with being overweight. From a young age, she was surrounded by bullies, picked on, and called out. Of course, this isn't a great way to grow up. It hindered her through her adult life. No matter how much she tried, she just couldn't shake the weight. And at first, it wasn't so obvious, but as she grew older, her weight became more of a problem. Just walking up a few steps made her out of breath, with her heart pounding and her hands gripping the banister to keep steady. Whenever she moved a lot or picked something up, her joints hurt like a tight squeeze that made her knees creak and her muscles ache, like they were telling her to take a break. But here's where it gets a little scary. On a sunny Saturday afternoon, Angela helped her sister unload groceries from the car, and after a few trips back and forth, Angela was already worn out, her body heavy and tired. Saying this, her sister suggested that she take a break, and she agreed. Angela sank into the car seat to catch her breath, the cool leather soothing against her warm skin, offering a brief moment of relief and comfort. But then, suddenly, a sharp pressing pain seized her chest as if a heavy rock was pinning her down. Each breath started to feel like a struggle, with sweat trickling down her face like tiny streams. Her vision blurred, turning the world into a hazy swirl as dizziness took over. Desperate, Angela reached for the car door handle, practically tumbling out. Her voice was weak as she called for her sister's help. They both quickly rushed to the emergency room. Her sister dashed inside, yelling frantically for help. In moments, medical staff had Angela on a stretcher, her sister's face wet with tears, overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty about what was happening. After about 45 nerve-wracking minutes, Angela was thankfully stabilized. The doctor told her and her sister that she suffered a very light heart attack, and that if they hadn't reached the hospital as quickly as they did, it could have been a lot worse. He explained that this happened due to the strain Angela's extra weight was putting on her heart. The extra weight had increased the strain on her heart, increased her blood pressure, increased her cholesterol. If you don't do something about your weight, it will kill you. This really gave her a wake-up call. She didn't want to have another heart attack, let alone leave her two kids and husband without a mom or wife. Right there, she made a commitment. I'm going to become fit. For the next 12 months, Angela worked tirelessly, dieting, exercising, the whole lot. She ended up losing 50 pounds that year, which is an amazing feat. She ended with the words, "It was a long and tough road, but if I can do it, anyone can." This is a beautiful story, and I share it not only to bring awareness to the potential dangers of being overweight, but also to show you what's possible, that you can do it too. Now, if you're considering starting your own weight loss journey, we have plenty of options available to help you out. One of our best sellers is Obvious Burn Elite Collagen, which has helped over 3,000 women not only start their journey, but also complete it with pride and a lower number on the scale. For those of you who don't know, collagen actually aids us in fat loss in two unique ways. First, it acts as a meal stretcher, helping you feel fuller for longer, making it easier to stick to healthy eating habits without constant snacking. Plus, it's sugar steadier. It keeps blood sugar levels even, preventing sudden spikes and crashes, which helps control fat gain. Collagen is basically like your own personal fitness coach. The only difference is it does most of the work for you. If you want to check it out, click the button below, shop Obvious Burn Elite, Casey, the OP team. All right, so the whole purpose of that email is to create conviction. And the way it did this, it's one of our desire creation mechanism that is called amplifying the mouse. Rather than selling the mousetrap, we are creating larger mice. We are amplifying the problem of being overweight. So in other words, the goal of this email was to put a fire on the people's asses and get them to move, get them to realize that they need to take action now. And for that, we used a story that we found online and just simply explained it. And at the end, to create trust about our product, we said, okay, this is one of our best sellers. So it's not just any product, it's one of our best sellers. That tells people, okay, this is probably a nice choice. And then we also explain a little how collagen works for fat loss with two unique mechanisms. If you recall, the meal stretcher and the sugar steadier. And then we drove it home saying it's like your own personal fitness coach, except it does most of the work for you. The cherry on top could have been a PS with a simple reminder for guarantee. And if this is the first video you see from me, let me give you another cheat code. The approach that we use to create this type of emails that appeal to 90% of audiences and get higher conversion rates is called conviction building. And the premise is that if someone is not buying, it's not because they find the price is high, but because their conviction in the product is not high enough. And conviction is the sum of trust plus desire. You have to stack this if you want to get the sale, creating trust and desire through different mechanisms. More trust, more desire until you get the sale. Emails like this, or this, or this, or this keep people here in indecision. But instead, this type of email that creates desire and creates trust move the sale forward. That is the cheat code. That is exactly how we can also do this and have high click rates. Low click rates is a symptom of low desire. People do not click the emails because they don't want the products being advertised. They don't want the products bad enough. They think that they don't need them. In reality, they might need it with their life. If this is a fat loss product and they are overweight, it's literally a life or death situation. But if they don't realize that, we're not making them any favor. We're not making our business any favor by using discount focused type of emails. And low conversion rate is a symptom of low trust. People not trusting the claims that you're making, not trusting your brand as a whole. So that is literally the 4-step process that we follow here with supplement brands, with skincare brands, with technology brands. Any type of brand, this just works. This is a repeatable process. And it took me 4 years to develop this approach. And along the way, I generated my clients over $30 million. So all of this exposition to emails let me realize what worked and what didn't. If you are a supplement brand, do this. This will change your entire email marketing strategy, your email marketing sales forever. Next, you might want to check out this video below where I explain 23 principles that help us generate over $2 million out of a tiny list of 10,000 subscribers for an e-commerce brand. And these are industry independent. So if you're a supplement brand, this will work. If you're in skincare, this will work. Technology, CPGs, whatever it is, this will work. And finally, if you're watching this in 2025, we are hosting the Conviction Games. Every month through 2025, we're helping 2 brands implement the conviction building strategy to their brands so they can increase their email sales and stop depending on discounts and sales to generate email revenue. If you want to be one of these brands, go to convictiongames.com. The link is going to be in the description of this video and sign up to know when new spots open up. That's for today. I'm actually taking this supplement now because I'm going to the gym in a moment. Bye.